To my video on solutions to equations. So if an equation has two variables, then your solution will be an ordered pair. If the ordered pair is a solution, then that means that that point lies on the graph of that equation. So in other words, if I were to graph the equation, that ordered pair would land right on the graph of that equation. So it says find the solution set for y equals 3x plus 7 given the replacement set -5, 0, -3, -2, 2, 13, and 4, 19. So we're going to take that first ordered pair, which is -5, 0, and we're going to put -5 in for x, and we're going to put 0 in for y. So that means if this is a solution, when I plug in -5 into this side, it will give me 0 on this side. And if it doesn't, then it's not a solution. So let's see what happens. Y is 0. I'm going to do 3 times my x value, which is -5, plus 7. So I don't have anything to do on this side, so I'm going to bring down the 0. And 3 times -5 is -15. Bring down the plus 7. And once again, nothing to do on the left side. -15 plus 7 is -8. So it did not equal 0. It equaled -8. So these are not equal, which means it's not a solution. So you write no. The next ordered pair is -3, -2. So we're going to take out the y and put -2. And we're going to do 3 times my x value, which is -3, plus 7. So now I'm going to keep just bringing down the left side because there's no operations to do on that side. So 3 times -3 is -9, plus 7. And then once again, bring down the left side. And -9 plus 7 is -2. So now both sides equal each other, and that means it is a solution. Because when I plug in my x, if it gives me the y value, then it is a solution. So the next order pair is 2, 13. So once again, we're going to replace y, and I'm going to plug in 13. And we're going to do 3 times my x value, which is 2, plus 7. And I know that this side is going to be 13, so 3 times 2 is 6. And now we're going to do 6 plus 7, which is 13. So both sides equal 13. Therefore, this is a solution. Okay, and the last order pair is 4, 19. And we are going to replace the y with 19. And 3 times my x value, which is 4. And then, of course, plus 7. Bring down your 19. 3 times 4 is 12. And 12 plus 7 is 19. So once again, this is a solution. Okay. Now, I was just proving to you how to show whether or not it's a solution or not. When we get down here to some more examples, I'm going to show you a bit of a shortcut here. So let's take a look. Okay, so hopefully you noticed with the examples above that we were plugging in and replacing the x and adding or subtracting a y-intercept, and that would give us our y value. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is just take out the x and do this multiplication and add 2 and see if it gives me -1. If it does, then it's going to be a solution. So let's see here. So we're going to do -1/2 times my x value, which is negative 6, plus 2. Negative 1/2 times negative 6 would be positive 3. And 3 plus 2 is 5. Is my y value 5? No. Okay, so that is not correct. So we write no solution. Because when the x is negative 6, that means the y value should be 5, because that's what I got when I plugged in negative 6. Okay, now, number 2. We're going to plug in negative 2 in for x and see if we get 3. So here's my rule. 3 times x plus 9. So 3 times negative 2 plus 9. And 3 times negative 2 is negative 6. And negative 6 plus 9 is 3. So this time, I did get it. So write yes. And in this case, I can cross out that y value. I didn't get it. Okay, now look at number 3. We've got to try all of these and see if it's a solution for the equation. So what we can do is, I'm not going to show my work for these, but I'm going to calculate what the y value would be. Okay, so for this one, the rule is negative 5/3 times x plus 2. So what I would do is type in negative 5 divided by 3 times negative 3, and then I would add 2. So negative 5 divided by 3 times negative 3 would give me positive 5, and 5 plus 2 is 7. So this would not work. Okay? So then I would do negative 5/3 times 0. Anything times 0 is 0, and 0 plus 2 is 2. So this would be 2, so nope, not a solution. Okay, if I plug in negative 6, okay, negative 5 times negative 6 is 30, and then divide by 3 would be 10, and 10 plus 2 is 12, so that would not work. And let's just double check this one. Negative 5 times 3 is negative 15, divided by 3 is negative 5, and negative 5 plus 2 is negative 3. So yes, this is our winner. So this is a solution, which means if I graph this line, 3, negative 3 would lie on that line. None of these other 3 would lie on that line. Okay, let's look at number 4. Now we got to pick all the ones that would be solutions. Okay, so once again, here is what I'm going to be doing to see if it gives me the correct y value. So we're going to do negative 4 times negative 1, which is positive 4. And 4 minus 3 is 1. So that is not a solution. Next one, my x is 0. Negative 4 times 0 is 0. 0 minus 3 is negative 3. So yes, this is a solution. The next one, negative 4 times negative 2 is 8. And 8 minus 3 is 5. So that is not a solution. Letter D. Negative 4 times negative 3 is 12. And don't forget to subtract 3. 12 minus 3 is 9. So that is a solution. The next one is negative 4 times 0 is 0. And 0 minus 3 is negative 3, not positive 3. So this is not a solution. And then, of course, F is negative 4 times negative 1, which is positive 4, and 4 minus 3 is positive 1. So the correct answers are B, D, and F. So all 3 of those points lie on the graph of this line, and the 3 that I crossed out do not lie on that line. Okay, and our last one, sometimes you might have to pick out a table that matches an equation. and you do it the same way we did with the ordered pairs, okay? So once again, here is my rule. I'm going to do 2 times my x, or sometimes it's not sometimes, it's referred to as input. So we're going to do 2 times negative 9, which is negative 18, and negative 18 plus 5 is negative 13. So that does not work. As soon as I get one that doesn't work, it's done. But I got to make sure I'm plugging it in correctly. The next one, so my rule is 2 times x, or my input, which is 2 times negative 7 is negative 14. And negative 14 plus 5 is negative 9. So that works so far. But I can't assume all the other ones are going to work. I have to keep going all the way through. So 2 times negative 4 is negative 8. Negative 8 plus 5 is negative 3. So it works. But look what happens with this one. 2 times 9 is 18, and 18 plus 5 is 23. So that's why we check all of them, because it didn't fail until the very end. Letter C, 2 times negative 7 is negative 14, and negative 14 plus 5 is negative 9, so that does not work. And now let's make sure we check all of these, because we might have made a mistake somewhere here. That's why we check all of them, because then we eliminated one that may be the correct answer. So 2 times negative 4 is negative 8, and negative 8 plus 5 is negative 3. 2 times 0 is 0, plus 5 is 5. And the last one, 2 times 3 is 6, plus 5 is 11. So the correct choice is D. So when you're doing these type problems, make sure you check all the x values and see if it gives you the correct y value. And that means all these ordered pairs, if I put them together, all these ordered pairs would lie on the graph of this line. That concludes our notes on solutions to equations. I hope you have a great day.